Good evening, ladies, lords, lasses, and all those in between. It is I, your humble game master, the Deathly Shad, here today to bring you some more Rains of Vitrium content, with my lovely little co-hosts and co-players, Rensois, the Rapid Folk Monk, Soren, the Rapid Folk Samurai, Valen Vani, same person playing them, the Rapid Folk Smith and Bloodhunter Cleric, Morgan, the Halfling Divination Wizard, and Agatha, the Kobold, the Necromancer. Everyone say hi to the populace.
We're mixing it up now.
Populace.
Sorry, Agatha, you say hi to the people first.
Oh, hi. We're mixing it up now.
Yeah, we are. Morgan, say hi to the people.
Hello.
Ryan Swat, say hi to the people.
Hello.
Soren, say hi to the people.
Hey, how's it going?
And Vonnie Valen, say hi to the people.
Hello.
Alright, and let us get right into things. So, when last we left our adventurers, they were processing through a bit of downtime activities. I believe we had a big pirate blitz between Rensois Morgan and a captain crew of pirates that they soundly defeated, and Rensois avenged her mother's debt by eviscerating the pirate captain of the Ramhorn Pirates, of the Golden Ram Pirates, my fault, and turned him into a giant pile of compost mushrooms. Don't worry about him. He's probably going to be dead still.
In the word. Go on.
And after that, they blunk out the back door. They went back to they went back to her mom's house, Miss Selena Autumn Stelligard, and they proceeded to take her through a teleportation circle and fireball the house to cover their tracks. Into the cart! Yay! In the meantime, Soren had a bit of a heart-to-heart with his swords, and they gave him a hug with his arms. Lovely times. And I believe that Agathar had a conversation with Veronica, was it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Tritonio.
And Tritonio, yes. And got Bella and got Belle as a the undead construct that looks like a real deer person. Some training with the undead hunters, the Spears of Vuori.
And earned herself a honorary title of commander.
Yeah, the honorary commander title in the Vuorian military.
Much to Tritonio's chagrin.
Gone to a necromancer.
Bonnie can abuse that.
Smiles.
Bonnie will remember this.
Oh no, Vonnie doesn't know anything about this, and Vonnie better not find out about this, or some issues will be had.
Well, I mean, it's probably going to get brought up at this dinner, but that's beside the point.
Yes. And so, we effectively have to, and so we go to a party member that didn't get any screen time last time. Valen, old buddy, old friend, old pal, it's your turn in the spotlight, where you were investigating your old village for things that had been happening to you there. You went into each of the houses that were remaining somewhat standing with like their basement areas, and you found 3 destroyed journals. And although they were ruined beyond recognition and you couldn't make heads or tails of them, you still prayed to someone that you could find something. And in the darkness of the night, something happened. And so, as you awaken from your slumber, Thomas, the tabaxi that had kind of escorted you here to help, excavate the area and look for any and all secrets, is in front of your tent, kind of like making a knocking sound with a small spell, just like a little knock, 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 but not entering your domicile as of yet.
What?
Well, sir, we found something that we somehow missed, or maybe some kind of a magic seal broke, but We found a journal inside of one of the houses that we had cleared earlier, and I'm bringing it to you so you can have a look at the contents. I've had a cursory glance, and they are not necessarily for the faint of heart. May I enter your domicile to give it to you?
Give me a few minutes.
Of course, sir. And he will wait outside.
Valen will get ready for the day, pop a good berry. And he'll open up his makeshift tent.
You see Thomas is standing there with a pristine-looking journal in his hands that has a name written on the cover of it in this very floral text that reads, with a squint of your eyes, Dr. Benevieve Baudier. And I will write that down.
I hate my handwriting. I can't even read it.
So...
Okay, I was close on the spelling.
Okay. And, he hands it to you.
Valen will take it and then just start reading it. Give it a
Alright.
quick glance through.
Roll for me a medicine check, if you would. To see if you fully understand the medical jargon that is being spit around here.
Character sheet is loading. Do 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 do.
It should have already been loaded!
Right. Medicine. Where is it? Valen actually has
It's the
decent.
lacquer.
Liar!
Apparently not. It's too early in the morning.
Thomas gives you
Truly.
advantage. Roll again.
It's even funnier a second time.
Good.
It really
So-
would have been.
So as you kind of like begin to read and you're like having to squint throughout this whole process, Thomas just kind of very helpfully points at a few key letters and says, "It's a bit easier to read, sir, if you understand that this is a C, that is a D, and that is a T, and that's an F."
Oh god, you make me think of how I do my handwriting now.
It is a overtly floral style of writing that I am accustomed to, but not that I would use myself. It's a bit too hard to understand. And he kind of like leans back, gives you space. Do you read it?
Yeah.
Okay. So with an 18 on your medicine check, it reveals to you that the methods he was using were that this man is basically trying to create living weapons through Vitrium's skill bracket system. At the commission of a man by the name of Lucas. Early entries detail the way in which he was talked to and commissioned and brought here to this small village to live among the people and work on his experiments in the seclusion of this basement. Reading the book, you can see that he was using a combination of bloodletting and blood transfusion. He would drain his target to the point of near death before transfusing the blood that he drained from them back into their body again, getting the target used to having blood enter and leave their body, before slowly replacing their blood supply with mana-infused blood, 1 liter at a time, until their body's blood supply had been fully replaced with magically enhanced blood. The doctor notes that the process of skill acquisition is laboriously slow, but after a year of constant draining and transfusion, he found it harder and harder to drain the target of blood. what blood he was able to drain from them after that time was seemingly alive and highly magical. He notes how the blood in this little vial he has containing it keeps trying to breach containment to make its way back inside the subject, which he does not allow it to do. The next few pages and the next year or so of experiments details that the doctor began to feed the patient blood and inject them with more blood of various different types. The doctor finding that after a few months they are not only able to drink blood with this new testing method, but can join it with their own and make it the same as theirs, no matter the blood type, or if the blood was diseased or poisoned or even monster blood. The subject was able to ingest and combine their blood with the offered blood, sometimes even taking on the traits of the blood they drank temporarily, noting very specifically how they were made to drink troll blood during one of these experiments, and could regenerate any wound they received for a period of time. He even notes that several limbs would grow back if they were severed off of the body, while the old limb dissolved into blood that rejoined the body. Yet, as you continue to read, the doctor also notes the more experiments they have run on the subject, the harder it is to control them without Master Lucas's abilities. They have now, after nearly 4 years of experimentation, developed a lust and a desire for blood. It has become the only substance, the only form of reward they will accept, madness consuming them. And their abilities continue to grow at this exponential rate. And with the inclusion of Mind Flayer blood, specifically gained from various scrupulous or unscrupulous sources, into their diet, they have begun to show capabilities regarding blood manipulation. The doctor theorizes that this might be because of the way hive minds work and how this creature, he calls it, it's not even a person anymore to him, but this thing now kind of turned its own blood into a hive mind, into this creature that is wearing the flesh of some poor rabbit folk. But the abilities that they gained from this inclusion are extraordinary, he notes. The patient was told to slay a rat without touching it. And the patient simply lifts their hands up and, with a grasping motion, pulls all the blood out of this rat's body, leaving it a husk of skin, emaciated muscle, and bone. As the blood pours into the creature's hand and slithers into its pores to join the rest of its body. The final entry of this journal reads as follows. The subject is all but mentally gone. The only thing they can discuss is blood, and when they can get their next taste. I'm not even sure if I could kill this creature anymore if it decided to disobey its programming and attack. It is a loose cannon and more dangerous to those around it than those we could ever point it towards. I will discuss with Master Lucas tomorrow about destroying this failed experiment. It is the only humane thing to do. Then there is a pause, a page break, before there is another inclusion. When I first came on to this project, I was told that we would be dealing with willing volunteers. But when I saw they were children, I don't know why I didn't stop them. Or why I didn't stop then. Why I tortured these children for so long to turn them into weapons for a war that might never come to my homeland. I am unsure. But maybe I will be able to find some absolution for myself after all this is over. And that is the final entry.
After reading it, Valen will just sigh. Not really what I was expecting to find, but more so accurate. Give me some time with this, and then you can take it and make a copy and add it to your report to send to ch-ldr-n.
Of course, sir. And if I may ask, is this what you were looking for?
Partially.
Is there anything that we should be on the lookout for while continuing to scour these ruins?
Nothing in particular. This doesn't really make mention of specifics, but it's a start.
Well, what specifics are you looking for?
More of the data that was achieved, because this is more just a personal journal, right?
Yes, it is a personal journal, but it is very data-oriented. Like, it is talking about exact procedures and medical procedures that were utilized to get these results, and then documenting the results that were achieved. In fact,
Alright.
I would say with an 18 on your medicine check, you could probably ascertain that anyone who read this book would very likely be able to mimic the tests and get the same, if not similar, results.
Alright.
Just do bear in mind that this entire journal takes place over the course of 4 to 5 years.
Yeah. So, Valen's just gonna say, don't know exactly what I was looking for, but it's a start.
Well, at least you have
just
a
give me.
at least you have a
give me
name with regards to this Benevieve Baudière.
I suppose it's a start. You give me some time with it, and then in your reports to ch-ldr-n, include it.
Of course, sir.
She can decide if she wants to make a copy or not.
Would you require anything else of me, sir?
No, just continue doing your job.
Of course, sir. And he will turn around and make his way away.
Valen will return to his tent and pull out a crystal and start transferring, copying page by page, verbatim, into the crystal.
You're doing what?
The spell shard crystal that acts as a journal.
Oh, yeah. So you're reading what into the spell shard?
The entire journal into the spell shard.
The entire journal into the spell shard. Yeah, sure. You can do that easily enough.
Verbatim.
But yeah, no, you can do it verbatim. I would say that you would have to give me like a general intelligence check to see how long it takes you, but you could do that.
Yep. Oh, the joys of having something like this in there.
15.
15.
All right then. I would say you're able to read 4 to 5 years worth of data and journal entries into the into this crystal in Yeah, I want to say 2, 3-ish hours, something like that. But you get it done. And I will roll a thing for the expedition. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
And a natural one. They don't find
This-
anything else.
Uh-huh. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So, you, after you're done reading this, you see that the, you see that just outside the door in the village, there is a bustle of activity around a house that hadn't been that was explored yesterday, but you can tell that they were doing a bit more of a thorough exploration of it today. But as they were doing so, you kind of get the general's chatter of someone falling through the floor, and then the revelation of there being a underground basement in this area that had been sealed over and made to look as if it never existed.
Balin will head that way to investigate.
Yes. And so you walk over and Thomas is like, "Oh, I was going to come over there and help you out. But it seems as if we have found another basement. And this one, it's not rainy or wet. It's dry, quite dry on the inside. Would you like to be the first explorer down there, or would you like for my team to take lead?"
I'll head down there.
"Of course, sir." And he'll kind of like stand back and let you walk over to this hole. And it's a hole that goes down about 10 feet, and you can see kind of like as the light pours in, you can see this this stone flooring to it. And if you hop down, you are treated to pure darkness. But I would imagine you know, pull on your goggles and you turn on the night vision, so to speak.
I'll do one better. I use a light cantrip.
Okay, sure. You light cantrip it. And when you do so, you see in this area it looks like a laboratory. A old laboratory that hasn't been touched in decades. And as you kind of like look around the area and make your way over towards the far left end of it, you can see that there's a desk that has a skeletal corpse leaned up against it, seated in a chair. This corpse has old rags on it and looks like a mummy. And as you approach, I would assume you approach a bit closer, right?
Yep.
Okay. And as you approach closer, you kind of are able to ascertain that this person was a rabbit folk, based off of skeletal structure and general appearance, we'll say. The fur has long since decayed away. The ears have kind of turned into this mushiness on the desk itself. And 2 seconds, please.
Can't believe that rabbit folk had his jade
Anyway.
stolen.
Anyway,
Priestum.
but you can see on this person's on this desk is not a journal, but kind of like a small crystal stone that is kind of like clutched in their right hand. similar to your stenographer thing, to your crystal recording device.
And Valen will take it.
All right. As for the rest of this place, it is old science equipment. You see a lot of different objects in here that one would use for medical procedures. You see blood transfusion tubes off to the side. You see braces for, bone work. And you see a collection of knives and scalpels that one would use to cut through corded muscle. Aside from that, you don't really see much anything else aside from this corpse.
Getting back, Valen will pretty much just rabbit hop back up out of the hole.
Thompson is there just like, so, sir, did you find what you were looking for?
Found something. I'm going to take a look at it. Otherwise, it's clear down there. You're free to go and investigate.
Of course, sir. He'll begin snapping a couple orders to a few archaeologists who, put on bandanas around their faces before sliding down a rope into the room itself to begin investigating further. And Thomas Thompson, one of the two, kind of like follows behind you. Is this something that you wish to observe in private, sir?
Yeah, these things, as he'll hold up the spell shard, these things really aren't very audible. It's more of a mental book. I'll pass it off once I'm finished reading through it.
Well, sir, I don't believe that is a spell shard in that you would know of. That is a different type, sir.
Valen doesn't know. You said it looked like a spell shard.
Yeah, it looks like one. But as Thomas just kind of looks at it, he's just like, no, sir, that's not a spell shard. It is a recording rock. One uses it to document a specific amount of time's worth of audible log. It only has the one recording space, though. People usually use them for songs.
I'll listen to it first, then I'll pass it off if it's anything useful for Jalam's report.
Of course, sir. And he'll give a small bow and he will walk away.
And Valen will listen to it.
Alright. The recording starts off with the sound of someone kind of like scrambling. You hear the sound of you hear the sound of fingers moving across it, and then you hear Dr. Boudoir! It is so lovely to meet you again. And I have heard that you have a complaint. And if you'd be so kind, roll me a perception check.
This is Lucas.
It is Lucas.
Jesus Christ.
I fucking roll it again, dude.
Roll 20 doesn't like Valen to to learn his backstory, apparently.
No, truly, he doesn't.
There you go. Fucking goddamn. Okay.
It doesn't have
when
to
we
be a
first
check
start,
though, but
when we first started this, it was all single digits too.
I I hope you don't mind me giving you a free reroll on these 2 natural ones. I hope you don't mind that.
Oh, I don't mind it. I just find that it's so funny and stupid that even Roll20 doesn't want Valen
What do
to
you
learn
mean I can't look?
anything.
What do you mean I can't look a gift horse in the mouth?
Okay, so you while this conversation is going on, you can hear kind of like a ambient voice in the background that is that's saying blood, blood, yes, yes, blood, 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 yes, yes. I'd like some. I know I'd like some. I'd really like some. Yes, yes, yes. Blood would be really nice right about now. And you hear the voice of the good doctor quotation marks. Lucas, my apologies, but I would like for our contract to come to an end, for the results of my experimentations to be discarded. It's not of any use or help to anyone. It's so far gone. Well, no! Don't talk about our good friend like that. They're just a little misunderstood. I'm sure you realize. They wouldn't hurt a fly. Unless I commanded them to. Yes, sir, and that's the problem. If you can't tell, this is a wild weapon that, if left unchecked, could ruin whole populaces of cities, villages even. It could perform an act of mass terrorism. Yes, I know. It's a good thing that I, your good friend Lucas, am the one in control of it, yes? And you hear Baudier stutter for a bit. And then you kind of hear him go, yes, it is a good thing that you have control over it. Yes, yes, I know. It is a very good thing that I have control over it. After all, if it was just you, I would be so terrified for the residents of the nearby towns. Yes, objectively terrified, sir. Of course. And, well, I'm sure you can understand this next part, but I'm no longer requiring your services. You see, it is quite tragic, but it seems to me as if my hold on you is faltering a little bit, and instead of having to go through the tedium of reapplying your mental locks and keys, I am simply going to relieve myself of you, like you want to be relieved of me. Isn't that right, Mr. Baudier? Yes, it is correct. Am I going to get to leave now? Yes, of course you are. But first, I want to play a little game with you. I want you to turn around and play Heads Up 7-Up with me, if you would. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. And then there's the sound of a chair rotating around. And then you hear the sound of wood clapping against the stone. And then you hear, all right, Maxwell, you can have your little treat from the good doctor. After all, he won't be missing a little blood, will he? No, he won't, no he won't, no he won't, no he won't. Doctor, I'll miss you. And then you hear a and the recording continues. Oh, bravo! Good show, Maxwell! Good show, Maxwell! Oh, I do love these creations of mine. Now, we must be off. After all, we have things we must get to, and I have a bit of mental fortification programming to perform on you. Isn't that correct, Maxwell? Yes, Master, yes. Yes, it is, yes, it is. Are we gonna have more blood? Of course we are, Maxwell. You give me your chubby cheeks, and we're gonna... And the recording cuts off.
Hmm. Well, there goes that lead.
So...
After listening,
So yeah, sorry, continue, please.
after listening to it, he'll pass it off to Thomas. Listen to it if you want. I doubt it'll be any use to you, but Jerome will know what it means.
Do I want to listen to it, sir?
I'd say no. Unless you want to hear the last words of, not last moments of a dying man.
No, sir. I would rather not. I'll deliver this to Mr. Lop, though. I'm sorry that this, didn't deliver you good news.
Honestly, it's more than I thought I'd be able to find myself.
Hey,
Something's
Valen,
better than nothing.
buddy, friend,
Yes.
pal, would you be so kind as to roll an intelligence check for me?
Oh boy,
At
who's ready to
advantage.
see another? Who's ready to see Snake Eyes?
If I see snake eyes. Okay, good. Hey,
almost became.
you're a cleric blood hunter, right?
Yes.
And you have access to third level spells?
I think so.
Well,
Yep.
there is a funky cleric spell that you could have access to called Speak with Dead.
Guess what's not prepared?
Guess what could be prepared the next day?
I suppose.
I'm just saying, if you really wanted to interrogate the doctor, you could.
Valen doesn't do interrogations. That's the downside.
I mean, ask your questions however you wish.
I'll think about that.
You'll think about it, huh? Okay.
All of Valen.
Okay. Oh,
Valen isn't the interrogator.
it isn't it's just asking questions.
Not the
Anyway,
what do you think
interrogator, he's not the
interrogating?
talker.
What do you think interrogating is?
Anyway, you can bring a horse to water. Anyway, so as we were saying, yeah, do you want to roll to the next day, and you speak with dead on this person's body?
I just don't know what I'd ask. So
Okay, I can come back to you. Think of questions, please.
how many questions does this damn spell give me?
5.
5. You're pumping a dry well, Shad. You just have to wiggle the straw a little bit. It's fine. It's down there. You gotta start digging through the bedrock.
Anyway, sure. With
Gotta be through that one
that,
big clump of ice in the cup.
with that, we're going to continue on to a different scene somewhere else that's a bit more happy. Yay! As Valen thinks on the questions that he would like to ask, please do so. It would be really nice. You know, just you know, kind of a little nice.
No promise.
Anyway, So, it's dinner time in the cart as you all sit down for your respective dinner and the like. And currently joining you at the table, you have Neotol, Amalia, Anna, Belle is off training, Wendy, who doesn't talk, thankfully, and I believe Eloise, Riven, and Lana and Cecil are all thankfully out of cart doing other things.
Well, the thankfully part stops at Cecil. Concerningly, Cecil's not around.
Yes.
I mean, when we start moving, I mean, Morgan is fine with some people staying for a while, but I don't think she's gonna continue to have Cecil be a welcome guest.
Oh. Okay. Smile. At any rate, you all sit down for a nice dinner. Morgan, what is prepared?
It's a there's a roast beef stew, potatoes en gratin, there's a Caesar salad, there's other like freshly baked bread, mashed potatoes, there's honey roasted carrots, among other things. In fact, Morgan is probably the only person who's not technically at the table and is continually like working on something behind the counter.
Okay then. Well, as you kind of like make this whole dinner and everyone sits down and gets situated, the trays are passed around, the food is presented to everyone. Everyone gets a nice selection of food to eat from. And I suppose while eating, Neotol will open up first and speak to Selena. Out of curiosity, Miss Selena, how long do you think you'll be traveling with us? To which she responds, probably not for very long. I don't want to impose, and my daughter has informed me that they have, struck against the Emperor of Calagrin, so I am, likely going to stay for a little while and then maybe get a new home sorted out.
I think
when I can.
I'm so certain Morgan looks up from what she's working at to mead mug Neotol. It's just like eating while sitting on Soy Fang's lap, and she just says, "Yeah, I shot that guy's arm off." She just goes back to her bowl.
That's quite the accomplishment. Neotol kind of like turns to Rensois and just says, and just kind of like, she'll give you an apologetic look, like, sorry, but something that I had to ask. That's kind of like the mood you get from her.
Have to ask that.
It's fine. Mom will stay here for the time being.
Yes. I heard that Vuori has had some changes recently. Rumor mill turning about. Something about heroes in Vuori, toppling an evil king or something.
Something like that.
At least this time we're being called heroes instead of, dangerous assassins or something.
I'm sorry, what?
And it turns out debt lords don't like being killed.
I also killed one. She just goes back in her bowl nonchalantly. Morgan pipes up. We are the ones who had hand in that.
Neotol kind of like lifts up a hand and says, "But it was for a good cause. both times, really. The Debt Lords were really ravaging Mirzai and its populace for everything they had, and were making it
I
impossible
mean,
for
I
people
don't
to
think
live.
anyone was under. I don't think anyone was under the illusion that a group called the Debt Lords were good people.
Well, to my knowledge, they were just called the Lords of Mirzai.
Nah, they were dead lords.
That's what they called them there.
Of course. And you overthrew not one but two regimes?
Has it been two?
I guess
Is-
so.
The Soren
a
says with
year.
like a genuine surprised look. Like, has it been two?
It's 3.
Three?
You forget the organized crime in Vitrium.
Oh,
Well,
right.
we
the
didn't
dancing.
overthrow. That's not overthrowing the government. That's breaking up a crime
Regime
syndicate.
is not government exclusive.
So, you destroyed a
Tomato,
crime
tomato.
syndicate? Neatal just kind of like nods. Yeah, they did. They took down this gang of people called the Dancers, or they helped the Vitrium Watch take them down. Oh, okay. Hopefully you weren't turned into wanted criminals for that.
We worked alongside of the law enforcement, so I would hope not.
That instance, at least.
Yeah. Well, I suppose I should ask a bit about you, Miss Agathar. What exactly is it that you do?
Well, I guess since you're sitting near Anna, I am a necromancer and technically an assassin. So I'm an assassin necromancer. She smiles.
I just imagine Morgan is like at the counter, looks up in your direction, like Selena's like in like she's in the foreground, Selena's like in the
background.
front, and you can just see her kind of doing that. Oh, Morgan's in the background, Selena's in the foreground, and Morgan's doing the like no, cutting like around her across her neck.
Selena looks a little like, oh yeah, okay, assassin. That's quite the title to have. And Neatal. Sorry, go ahead.
He's like, yeah, I was trained by my wife. And she just looks up at Soifei with a dumbass smile.
My
You
wife.
have a blunt
My
look.
wife.
Soy Fang is seated at the table suddenly. Just kind of goes, yes, he was hard to train, but she was hard to train, but she learns. Oh, you appeared out of nowhere. Yes, I do that.
Oh, she does that.
Yeah, I would imagine that not only Soren and Agathar, but like Renswa and Neatal all just say and use it. Yeah, no, she does that.
Just at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is unfortunately involuntary.
It's also where I kind of picked up on it.
Oh, that's sweet. Your wife is a lovely person.
Yeah, she is.
Yes, I am, and my wife is also a lovely person. Puts a hand on Agathar's head, hug from the side.
She just full leans into her.
Deadpan expression the whole time.
Meanwhile, I see little hearts coming out of her head.
Selena then adjusts and turns to Neatal and goes, anyway, Neatal, I would like to ask, where you come from, as, where'd you live before you began venturing? She smiles politely while picking at some of her food, very clearly trying to change topic away from assassin necromancer shit. Neatal, of course, is like, I'm from Therabolder, and I used to live around there until I was like a teen, and then I kind of like, wandered off on my own, and I, became an adventurer. I'm pretty skilled. I'd like to say. Oh, of course. And, if I may also ask, what drew your attention to my daughter? To which, Rancelot, did you have a response?
No, she's just looking at Neatal, curious to
Neatal.
see her response.
Neatal is just gonna blush a little bit and just... Well, she caught my eye about a year ago, and while we didn't start off as partners, we became friends after a little while, and I would say after a few adventures, some mishaps here and there, we got together. She'll if allowed, she'll take your hand, Rincewa, and give you a big smile.
She'll take it and give it a light squeeze.
Selena just gives a small smile and just kind of then she thinks for a second. That was fairly vague, Miss Neatal. Oh, sorry, intentionally so. I don't really want to talk too much about the past when there's so much to speak about in the present, which is what I think of as a gift whenever I think of Francois's love. And she'll give Francois a big smile and nuzzle into her cheek a little bit.
What spells do I have?
Yeah, Rensoi's definitely just like... She's like... it is so... She's just running through her brain. She's like, that is so very obviously a cop-out answer. But also, how do we bring what happened up and not make my mother hate Morrigan? And it's just her brain is just ...
Yep.
Dial-up modem noises.
Can I have Smudge bite Neatal's leg?
Your familiar cannot make attacks. As per the Find Familiar spell.
Some bullshit.
It is. What you can do is you can have Smudge suddenly rub up against her leg and make her jump. Probably.
You know what?
That doesn't cause damage.
I got something. Smudge transforms into a tarantula and just starts crawling up their leg.
Oh. Okay.
I'll do it.
Alright, I will roll a cool check. Oh.
I have to expect you to just be like,
don't you
Smudge turns
roll...
into a mushroom.
Shoot, I don't have anything that I imagine would be amazing here. Just an 11, so I'll...
Are you sure you want to give this person an 11? You're gonna let him roll?
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna let him roll, because I think an 11 might make it. I'm hoping they have bad luck is all.
Alright, well, I have rolled. And, so, Renswat, you feel Neatal's hand stiffen and squeeze against yours, and then she kind of just like, she turns fully white, and then she disappears and becomes fully black, and then vanishes altogether.
There's...
Oh my God.
You see a spider momentarily on her seat before it turns back into a cat and then takes its place there, curling up like it's gonna take a nap.
And
Soren's eyes shift over to Morrigan, and he just kind of glares at her for a second.
Oh yeah,
Big fucking smile.
glares at Smudge, then glares at Morrigan.
And Selena
Just mouths. Really?
And Selena just kind of... sorry, go ahead, finish.
Just has a big dumb grin, not really paying attention to the others at the moment, working on what looks to be some kind of dessert.
Rise.
So, what happens is Selena just kind of like looks and goes, "Oh my, does she do that often?" she smiles as Neatal comes storming out from the hallway, and there is a moment of fury directed towards Morrigan before it calms.
Morrigan's, you know, the smug cat that has like the knife pointed at it?
Yes.
That's the face Morgan has when she looks over at her.
You see her take a deep breath and then exhale. And then he walks over to where Rensois is and gives her a little peck on the cheek. Sorry for that, honey. I had to go and check on our room. I had to make sure that, Cecil wasn't getting into it. And she'll pat you on the shoulder twice, and then she'll take the chair that Smudge is in, slide it out from under the table, and grab a different chair, sit in it, and scoot it up to be next to Rensois again. Selena just looks confused for a moment before saying, and who is Cecil, by the way?
A problem. Agatha just looks deadpanned.
A problem? Should I be worried?
No.
Oh.
Maybe.
Does Sword actually say baby?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
They are probably harmless.
It's okay, ma'am. They're perfectly harmless. They don't really have any interest outside of kobold and kobold culture.
Mm-hmm.
And
I still
cobalt
wouldn't
skin.
recommend being alone in a room with them.
Wouldn't recommend it.
Yes. Regretfully, Cecil is one of our companions who was working with us to help do various activities here in Vuori, she says, not going into detail, very notably. Selena just kind of, like, nods very softly, like, oh.
Rensois just rolls her eyes. Cecil is a darkling.
Hey,
They mean well, but
what's a darkling?
oh boy.
That's complicated.
She looks around the room. It's like, does anyone else want to describe this?
Same thing.
Looks over.
Is
Is anyone else on B team there?
No one else on the team is there. It's just
Morgan
Neatal.
will pipe up. If
Yeah, her eyes would slide to Morrigan.
they are a race, a rare one, typically considered eccentric, something you should keep your distance from, but if they are meandering about in the open, not a danger.
Yes. Cecil won't be a problem for you. Unfortunately, Cecil doesn't get that I can't just inherit royalty, so they're really kind of my problem.
He's just enthusiastic, and it is grating on some of us.
Yes.
Just if he says that you have a lovely skin, know that is probably a compliment, even if the way he says it will be extremely uncomfortable.
He will not be staying with us much longer.
Oh, that's
I hesitate because I don't. No,
really nice, I guess. And she already looks very uncomfortable, and then Neatal's just gonna kind of like lift a hand up and say, "So, Miss Selena, might I ask, what you did back in the Ember Sticks? You know, what was your occupation there?" And thankful for the change of topic. So he just kind of goes, "Oh, me, I was a fishmonger. I sold fish that were, caught by the local fishermen." Oh, really?
Swell's nose kind of like wrinkles at the mention of fish.
Fish.
That's really nice. Did you ever have any particularly good catches that sold for a lot that you were like really proud of? Oh no,
Had a good catch.
no, I didn't. I didn't have any catches. I sold the fish that they gave to me, but I remember one time that I was offered a fish that had these very beautiful prismatic scales. It was very beautiful looking.
Speaking of ember sticks, how did you get here? I mean, I know there's a teleportation circle in here. How did
We went to
how did
them.
you how she looks over at Morgan?
We went to her.
Yes, they both just kind of showed up at my house one day after a few weird messages in my head from Morrigan.
Huh.
Apologize for that. There aren't easy ways to communicate over long distances that aren't a little invasive. As
Oh.
Morrigan makes her way to the table and puts an like a steaming a steaming apple pie and slides it towards the center.
Oh, of course, it's fine. It got me back to my daughter after all, so that's perfectly fine by me.
Yeah.
Arm and ear intact.
Yeah. Well, I could have. That is true. You are starting to regenerate. So I guess you got a ring from Renswa or Morrigan.
I borrowed it from
Morgan.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
So
Very-
that's what you wanted me ring for.
it's your
Very
ring,
nice.
sir.
It is. I borrowed it from him.
So kind of
Oh,
like,
trust me, I ain't upset about it.
so kind of like look down at her now fully regenerated hand since it's been a few days, and we'll kind of pull the ring off of her right hand, and she'll kind of like offer it over to you, Soren. Well, you can have it back. Thank you for the, for loaning it to me.
Oh, it's no big deal. Do you still need it for a little bit?
No, I don't believe I do. I assume I might after a couple days whenever I start to feel the aches and pains of old age, but I'll be fine. You're an
alright.
adventurer. You need this a bit more than I do.
Yeah, well, honestly, if Mori had just told me what she needed it for, I still would have given it to her.
Old habits die hard.
And I mean this in the sweetest of ways. I know it comes across strange. I am a bone specialist, so if you if you have any bone spurs or anything, I could potentially help you out with those.
That is very kind of you, Miss Agathar. But I think I'll be fine without that.
Also,
Or he's giving you the like hands down thing like ease in, please.
she also looks at Morgan. She's like, yeah, but it also would have been nice to be told that you guys went all the way to the Ember Sticks.
It was the fairly last second.
Yes. I had only asked if they felt ready, and we left at a moment's notice. Oh, we didn't think it would be terribly big deal.
Well,
I mean, all things considered, you've brought a slime creature into my home with little forthwith. I didn't
That
think
was-
bringing Rents was.
that was in Mirzai. That was in the middle of shit going down, and not when we were taking a break. And you're traveling so far. That's different circumstances.
True. There were different circumstances. You also still
Well, I
knowingly
couldn't-
did so.
And I couldn't just leave her there.
Well, that's fine. I'm not
Not
upset that she's
After
here.
we caused a commotion.
Hmm.
I give Callaghan 2 weeks tops before they're combing that entire place.
What kind of commotion? She's like, her head slowly turns to look at Red Swa.
The piratey sort.
Oh, pirates, eh?
Yes, it was actually quite interesting. You see, apparently, the girls here decided to assault the pirate captain Ramhorn on his ship, and I believe they said they killed him.
And you didn't bring us?
You guys
Okay.
fought, yeah, you guys fought
It
pirates
is-
and you didn't tell us?
Sora's got a
know.
grin on his face as he says
We
that.
weren't
No.
planning to.
Agatha looks upset.
They sent debt collectors to harass my mother, and Morrigan was outside. So you can imagine what happened.
I turned
you
one
can-
to stone and cut the others asunder.
You can see that Selena has this 1,000-yard stare to her.
I am sorry for reminding you. Can we please not bring up
Yes.
gore and combat at the dinner table when there's an apple pie?
Neotal will say, yes, I concur with this, and in fact, here, allow me, if you allow me to, and she'll reach over and she'll take the entire apple pie, and
Just like with this, with the side of the knife is like, I'm sorry, you're not the one serving here.
Soren again kind of glares at Morrigan.
she's going to give you a pointed look before
There was like, that thing where two rivals look at each other and there's like a crack of like lightning between them.
Here's the thing, there's none of that from her. She looks at you, and she still has her hand on the pie, but is very notably just staring at you. And then she lets it go and says, yes, go ahead. Serve them if you will. And she leans back in her seat and very patiently waits.
Aggie harumphs and then just kind of like leads into like Sorryfeg's belly. Well, now you can't be mad when I do something like that.
I'm
What?
never
Oh,
I'm never upset about things like this.
listen, Solita did not make me aware of any trouble she was in. How was I to know?
Well, I wasn't trying to cause trouble between you and anything else.
You didn't cause trouble for us, Mom.
It honestly wasn't very much trouble.
I wasn't
She
there, and
starts
I can. Actually, I wasn't there, and I can confirm that. He smiles.
But if something happened, it's just you two out there. I just worry that it could have gone south very bad, and we would have to travel all the way to God knows where in Styx.
Listen,
It was fine. We had it handled.
yes, Francois or myself could have taken this handily. Francois doubly
Like-
so.
Honestly, they're just pirates. We can't expect too much from them.
They had a
No.
little bit of girth to them.
I also
Still.
took his belt.
You did take his belt. We did get a few things in return. Some spoils to be divvied up, or
I'm sorry, you said you robbed the dead pirate captain.
You can't really rob a dead pirate captain. I mean,
Look, grave
their
robbery is
stuff
a
is-
thing.
well, they
wasn't
would have to be in a
buried.
grave.
Oh, I forgot. You're a necromancer, of course. Neotal just kind of like says, if I can be fair to the two of them, Miss Selena, it is an adventurer's right, as per adventurer law number 45, subsection 2 of paragraph 3. Upon the death of a individual that has been determined that is a ne'er-do-well, a burden upon society, their belongings are forfeit to the adventurous party that has taken them out.
Burden upon society. Hey, that's a very apt description for pirates, in my opinion.
Agatha leads close to Sora. She just kind of mutters under her breath. She just says, "Does that apply to us? We're not exactly licensed."
If
we
the-
are not.
if
We have adventurer cards. I feel like that's as licensed as it gets.
Fair enough, but that's
That
in
high mage-
Vitrium.
if you would like, Agathar, and Soren, the two of you can roll like intelligence checks.
Sure.
Morgan finishes handing out the pie. Everyone gets an equal slice.
Okay.
Either
17.
way, we caused enough commotion that Callaghan will investigate at some point, if nothing because of the supposed power vacuum of the pirate lords.
She will be safest here with us. You are also welcome to stay as long as you wish.
Well, I would like that. At which point, Neatal will kind of chime in. Yes, but this cart tends to go to fairly dangerous locations.
Yes, but it's not like we leave it totally undefended on the inside. Usually Amalia is hanging around. I could leave Anna in here sometimes, Anna in here sometimes.
As it stands, this is the safest place for her.
Yes, I would
At
agree.
least at the moment.
Are you... I mean, are you sure that Tritonio couldn't have something set up within a couple weeks? Or Mr. Lam? Or, Anka?
You
I
seem
suppose
quite...
it... Go for it.
Why are you trying to get rid of her? She's only just arrived.
I'm not trying to get rid of her, Morgan. I'm trying to think about her safety and well-being.
Safe here.
Right now, the biggest thing is just that Callaghan can't find her.
Wait, does Callaghan know about her?
Why would Callaghan
just-
be interested in her?
Did you fight them too? She looks over at her with a head tilt.
He shakes her head.
Francois just kind of looks over at her. Like, kind of gives her the look of like, do you want to tell them, or
You
do you
can
want me to tell them?
you can explain to them as much or as little as you want.
It is neat to know.
Soren is now like eagerly. He has like a spoon like or a fork like halfway up to his mouth, and he's just now looking at her, just waiting for them to talk about it.
Hoping there'd still be room for introductions. At this point, you only know half of the people at this table.
Soren sighs and eats his forkful.
Well, she kind of leans back, kind of idly poking a fork at her slice of pie, assuming it's been handed out at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, Morgan has cut and handed out the pie and gone back to the kitchen where she is most comfortable making something, then sneaking a drink from something.
Just kind of idly poking at her pie, not even really looking at the plate. Well, you already know that our family was originally from Atlan.
Nods.
Our family, the Stella Guard, was essentially the royal protectors. A sort of branch family of the royal line. So, well, a branch family is still, a royal family, which poses an issue for Callaghan.
Wait,
And
your royalty?
Neatal like looks over and says, and just kind of smirks. You know, I always thought of you as a princess. I didn't think it'd be real.
she Immediately
Soren
flushes.
rolls his eyes. Soren rolls his eyes and snorts.
Agadar also does that.
She immediately just like flushes and like kind of like rubs at her face.
Selena from across the table says, "Oh, you are a doll."
But you are not as far off as you'd think. Apparently, at least according to Mom, I was fourth in line for the throne.
Selena
And as
nods.
far as I know, numbers 1 to 3 are dead.
She looks solemn, but she does nod as well before simply saying, I'm unsure as to if they are alive or not, but they scattered to the winds with the rest of us."
So you're next in line.
Oh wait, you mean my brothers? I suppose they would be older than me, so they would be before me in line.
Wow. So how wow. That's quite the bombshell.
Oh,
I
I
think
guess
it's only
welcome
just
to
kind of
royalty.
now, like, sinking in, saying it out loud.
Well, we guess you're even more precious cargo than we anticipated.
I mean, I always saw her as precious cargo no matter what.
Elbows.
What? It's true. Uh,
Well, there's currently three
Soren,
precious cargoes in this cart.
in
Besides
Nolish,
Francois.
Soren is just gonna say, "Man, that's even worse than some of me flirts, Nia."
you hear
Hold on.
Selena speak up in Nolish as well. "They might be bad, but I find them endearing."
Oh, come on, I
Rincewild
can't
also
speak.
speaks up in Nolish. It's charming.
He shrugs and he
Neatal
goes, "Well, she wouldn't be me sister if she didn't."
blushes very hard. She's like, "Oh, you guys. I had to get my stuff in every now and then."
That's true. I don't really. I don't understand this conversation.
Yeah, it's like Agathar is just confused why 4 rabbits are barking.
very much regretting not taking Nolish as my other language.
In common, Soren looks at Nia and just goes, "Love you, Nia."
I love you too, bro. Oh, so you two are siblings. Oh, my apologies. You said your name was Soren, but I don't really know what you do around here. What is it that you do here?
Oh, you mean as far as around the cart, or just in the adventuring business, or?
Oh, both. I would like to know everything about you that you're willing to say. I see you carry 2 swords. That is very interesting.
Hi, and there's actually something I've been wanting to ask you, but I've been waiting for the time to do it. He
Oh, well,
stands
there's
up.
no time like the present.
He stands up and moves away from the table and says, "So in combat, I utilize the arts of the samurai. I was taught by a very." He pauses for a second and says, "Honorable woman who did that." And the question I wanted to ask is, does this look familiar to you? And he enters a stance.
All right, and
Uh,
as you draw your blades and enter your stance, you see that she looks at you for a moment before her eyes widen, and she says, "I should have known. You're a water dancer."
well, not born, but trained by one.
Well, it's not something you're born into, it's something that you're trained into. I should have guessed from the bells. That was a old training technique. One that was meant to make a person's movements fluid and allow them to move silently and dance with the waves.
It's still something I'm getting the hang of. It ain't easy.
I can imagine not. The bells were designed intentionally to, well, I can't really say anything more. I would reveal old techniques.
His brow furrows and goes, techniques like what?
Ones that you must discover in your own journey.
He nods and says, "Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I can see the wisdom in that."
My house was known as the Order of Stars. And what we specialized in was unarmed combat.
Soren grins and looks at Renswa and goes, "Looks like you take after your family line better than better than you thought, huh?"
Agatha does that too.
Yes. And by the by, seeing as how I am fully restored, Renswa, I can teach you a few maneuvers. Although I'm older, I also let my training fall by the wayside, but I can do a little.
Yeah. I mean, oh wow, I would love to watch that. And you got nothing but time, so you could shake off the rust with some sparring. I would absolutely love to assist.
My
Do have
apologies,
the
ma'am.
training room downstairs.
Yes, but my apologies, ma'am, Miss Agathar.
You don't have to be so
These
formal.
are family techniques. They are not for the eyes of the untrained.
Fair
I do
enough.
have I do have one other question for you if you'd be willing to hear it.
Sure. Go ahead and speak.
Does the name Masaki Kurama mean anything to you?
Yes, it does. That was the name of the head of the Rain Dancers. That was the name of their, order's head.
She was the head?
Wow. Guess that makes sense.
That explains why she's so good.
Yeah.
Mori makes it back to the table now. So it's a platter with a bunch of cups and a steaming what's it called? Teapot. And she snaps her fingers and the teapot lifts and starts pouring cups of tea and starts they start descending to the rest of the group as she finally joins everyone at the table with a flop into the chair that Smudge was sitting in.
It could also explain certain actions if she is, well, trying to play at some sort of game with them.
And
A game with who?
she's joined Callaghan. She was she was me mentor.
I don't believe
There's reason to debate that she's joining them in good faith and simply trying to get close.
Everything that I
That's
hear
what
about it, everything I hear about it leads me to believe that she's playing at something.
that. Of
A
course.
dangerous game.
I wouldn't really know. What I do know is the Rain Dancers were the first to be attacked by Callaghan. And then it was the Order of the Shield, and the Order of the Fist, and then finally us in the Order of the Stars.
You have any idea where they came from? As far as we know, they just kind of came out of nowhere.
Well, let me roll a history check. for this one. Oh.
It's so fun. It's like, I'm sorry, they're not for the eyes of the trained. Oh, that's fine. I wasn't asking for permission.
Push
All
comes
right.
to shove, I wait until Rensois uses them, and I see them anyway. The next time she punches someone's shit in.
unless her passive wisdom is passive perception is 31, she's not seeing Agnar.
Well, it's been a while for her. Anyway, so as she thinks,
You're forgetting that it's a Shad NPC.
Also true.
she eventually nods, and kind of like confirming to herself. They came from the mountains far to the north. The northmost mountains that there were in the coldest part of Atlant. And when they arrived, they had their technology and their weaponry, and they blitzed through a majority of us.
I'm sorry they had to endure that. We're gonna take the fight. Don't you worry. We've already done more than a lot of other people have done.
Uh-huh. Yes. Of course. I believe it. And, of course, thank you for that. I don't really know what else to say at this point. So, you there, Miss, Morgan, you said your name was. You didn't really... Well, you haven't told me what you do around here.
I am the owner of this fine home, and magical practitioner, scryer, witch, among other
Kitchen
things.
hog. Anna crosses her arms.
Kitchen
What was
hog.
that? What did-
Kitchen hog, says Anna.
One cannot hog a kitchen if it is their kitchen.
She doesn't let me
Grumps.
have snacks.
Looks over at Amalia and just like, oh, yes, of course. Well, it's thank you for welcoming me into your humble abode. It is very nice. A extra-dimensional space. I can see the rune work. It's very well done.
I appreciate that. I'm certain Renslaw can give you a tour of the place once dinner is completed and everyone has run their separate ways.
Of course. And you, Miss Slime. Her name was Amalia. Yeah, my name's Amalia, and I'm hungry. Oh, of course. She kind of like looks at her dinner plate that is, pretty much eaten all the way through. She picks up the leftover plate and offers it to Amalia, who's like, oh, yay, food!
Waves the hand, is like, no, don't feed her or she'll think everyone will give their plates to her.
I mean, Amalia's already taken the plate and just like
Too late.
slurped into her body, and it's just like, oh yeah.
I'll get used to that.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, she's quite all right. A very strange slime. I've never seen one like her before. Well, that's because I'm awesome and unique. I made myself. Points to herself and kind of like does a little woo 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 type expression or type gesture with one of her small arms. Yes, and I see that we have an air elemental at the table.
Is there's just like is just Wendy here?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's stirring.
Yeah, she's been here the whole time.
Yeah.
No candles can exist in her space. It's just everything is blown out. It's dark in that spot.
Wendy's just there. It just waves.
Okay. At least she doesn't talk.
What is that supposed to mean? Anna looks over.
Looks over at Anna. Looks up at Anna. And your name, Miss
Anna
Miss?
Fang.
Anna
Yes,
Fang. Miss. Okay, good. Pleasure to meet
Wendy
you.
Wendy blows a pawn into the side of Anna's head.
Hey! She looks over at it.
Where does she
at
keep
Wendy.
getting them?
You know, Lucky Bell isn't here.
I spell another undead creation.
In a sense, you wouldn't know it by the looks of her.
Yes, she's a large elk woman. She'll introduce herself when she returns from training with the spears.
Oh, the spears. I have not heard of them. What are they?
They are necromancer hunters. She smiles.
Yes,
The-
quite the odd
irony-
couple.
So,
The irony isn't lost on me.
so
It would help to
you-
tell you where we are currently. We are in Vuori.
Oh, Vuori. Ignore me.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes, I did. I had to
Oh.
yawn for a moment. She kind of like looks and just says, "Oh, that's where we are. It's very nice. The country you just overthrew the king of
Mm-hmm.
is
I prefer the term liberated. He says with
really
a
is.
smile.
is
More of a
everything
liberation.
is everything okay over here?"
So far, yeah.
Is it as far as it can be?
She kind of
Better
like
than it
looks.
was.
She kind of like looks worriedly out the wagon window, just like, is there a riot outside?
You can't see outside from any of the windows inside. You have to like open the window because they're all stained glass. Morgan and her paranoia makes it so there's no lookies, ins, or outs.
I mean, very fair.
She
Speaking
she nods. Okay. You were saying?
speaking of spears, and she like kind of puffs her chest a little bit and flicks the little pin. I have been named honorary commander of the spears.
Oh well, congratulations! Oh wait, doesn't that mean that Neatal chimes in?
The head of
Yes,
the head of the necromancer hunters is a necromancer.
Well, Renswa, more accurately, a commander is a person who holds a position of authority, but is not the de facto leader of all the spears, more like just like a small contingent of them. But still, a very high rank regardless.
You know what they say: fight fire with fire.
That's exactly my reasoning.
I figured.
Of course. And, the new king? Is there a new king here?
Two
Yes.
monarchs.
Yes, ma'am. There is a new king here. His name is Tritonio, and he's very nice and very lovely.
And Anka.
Yeah, I almost forgot. There's Anka as well, who is the Empress of the Sky City.
Who is also a necromancer.
Do you actually say that?
No. It was a funny old jib.
You mean you don't want to mention that she was,
We don't need to go that
several
far.
thousand years old?
We don't need to. Look, he hasn't. Agatha hasn't brought it up about her wife. So
There's
we
a
don't need to bring it.
shambling skeleton next to her. What else is gonna shock her at this point?
There's
So-
like a 10-foot tall skeleton monster right next to her.
There is a point of saturation where anything else will just roll off your back because at this point you're just like there's nothing else to take it. You can't get any higher than that.
Yeah, you're just a little overstimulated, and
Yeah,
And-
we don't need to.
she's like, oh, so there's two rulers in Vuori?
Yes.
Essentially, yes.
It gets a little complicated.
Are they
I,
married?
No.
Yes, they are actually.
Oh, wow.
I
It was a ceremonial one.
yes. Just to make sure that the necropolis, like, should we even call it the necropolis? What was its name? Did we get its name when we were
We
in it?
didn't. I don't believe we got. He may. The old king may have mentioned what its name was, but I don't believe I remember
I don't
terribly
remember
much.
Yeah.
Both.
Neatal kind of chimes in. Yeah, no, I don't remember either, but I'm pretty sure Anka said something about renaming it at a point in time.
Oh, I do. One thing. We did manage to. Well, I managed to procure. How many acres did I get for pulling that city out of the ground?
I believe 200? Or was it 20? I think you said 20 acres of
It was
land.
20? Yeah.
Yeah, 200 acres is like it's like an incredible amount of space.
That's big.
Yeah, I think it was 20 or 40.
Yeah, it was
I
20.
think it was 20.
And 20 is like we did procure 20 acres of untaxed land within Vuori.
Oh, that's
But I have a fun little project being built on.
that's very nice. It's very lovely.
Soren again kind of glares at Morgan.
It kind of gives you a look of like, what?
And
I don't think it's
Actually,
that kind of project, hon.
And is
He goes back to
there-
eating his pie.
I'm sensing a bit of mild suspicion between people here. Is there something I
Well,
should?
it wasn't really a glare. It was just kind of like a look of like what kind of project, just like a silent question.
Is there something that I should be concerned about?
She waves her hand. Aggie waves her hand softly. Nothing you need to worry about. It's water under the bridge.
No, she's trustworthy.
I am reformed.
She kind of looks between the three of you.
I think Morgan openly laughs after saying like I'm reformed.
Neatal is going to chime in and say, they're just messing with you, ma'am. You have nothing to worry about here." And she nods and just kind of takes that a bit to heart. She was looking a little squirrely before.
Really, that was the squirrely moment, not the like skeleton or the slime at the table.
Oh no, she's squirrely about those still, but
How much squirrelier can this lady be before she starts gathering nuts?
This Soy Fang looks at you.
You know
Goes
what?
in before she
Just
starts
like,
being soy
I
fang.
find the use of squarely offensive.
I will not accept these microaggressions.
And nothing's like nothing offends me anymore.
Wars were fought over that.
Yes, my wife is still wanted by the squirrels for that.
Oh, am I really?
Anyway,
All of that aside, is there anything else you'd like to know, history-wise, or about that?
Well, I think that, hey, I have a question for you, Draft. Does Vuori come down at any point in time for dinner?
Motherfucker, I'm still thinking of questions. Man.
So that's a no.
So there is a dish of food. It is a very simple meal on a plate that is slowly ascending the stairs.
Vonnie's still annoyed that they don't just have their good berry pouch.
I am going to. Aggie sees the plate going to Vadi's room, and she is going to sneak something onto the plate.
It's an invisible servant. It does not care.
Yeah, that's fine, but it's more so where Morrigan doesn't notice.
Oh, all right. Roll. I mean, I'm not gonna see you, but
Yeah, you're not gonna see me.
It's
I did roll below a 10, so 30.
yeah.
let
you
me
know how to turn on.
perceive. Let me perceive.
Here, let me actually turn on reliable talent on your character sheet. Give me just a second.
Wait, is that a thing?
It is a thing.
Yes.
Your sheet's
Oh.
moving on its own. Don't worry about it.
I do. Ah!
There you go. Try it again.
My PC. All right, watch me just roll a natural 20. Fuck.
Now, if you hover your mouse over it, oh no, it's just a bit big. Never mind.
That's
never mind.
that's a lot of work. It'll be fine.
Terrible.
yeah.
So she did cast Good Berry and put one on top of the little pie.
Yeah, there's a slice of pie. There is a couple. It's like home fry potatoes, like just really simple, bitey foods that she knows that won't technically require much in the way of like utensils, because Vani doesn't strike her as somebody who just doesn't like shovel food into their mouths via the fingers.
And now there's a single Good Berry stacked on top of the pie.
But yeah, if Selena like watches that go, it's like we have another part of our group who enjoys being a shut-in and will not be coaxed from their workshop.
Oh, okay. I hope it's not because of me.
No,
just like
trust
that.
me. I'm certain Francois will introduce you.
I like with fighting with fists, it kind of runs in their family. Or like with your family and fighting with fists, it runs in their family.
Okay, makes sense. Anyway, Francois, how long have you and Neatal been dating?
How long has it been at this point? Because
I want to
time
say
is so fucking wibbly wobbly.
I want to say a couple
month.
months. It's been a couple months, actually.
I would say it's like
I
been
thought-
like
Hasn't
Nearly.
this whole arc only been like a month and a half?
No. You guys have had multiple weeks of downtime at this point in time. So yeah, it's been a couple weeks, or it's been a couple months. Nearly a couple months.
2.5
I was just saying, like,
months.
I was because they technically weren't officially dating for a while, even though they were going on like pseudo dates.
Yes, there was that.
So I'd say like officially dating probably closer to like a month and a half to 2 months.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, up to you how you answer that.
Yeah, it should be like almost 2 months now.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense. Makes sense. A rather new relationship. Neatal just kind of smiles and gives your hand a little squeeze again. Yes. Relatively new, but it's still ongoing. Yeah, she hasn't kicked me out yet.
And with the way I've seen her kick, you don't want her kicking her at all. He
Really?
eats another piece of pie.
Neatal just kind of like looks over to you and just like points, like, "Hey, look, I'm not gonna give her a
I
reason to
am
be
not
to kick me."
Kicking my girlfriend.
Oh well, I would hope not, Francois. Unless
Me either. She's my sister, and I don't want her dying so quickly.
It's really.
dying. So, when I suppose I have to ask, Francois. You have mushrooms on your neck. Is that intentional?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, I do also study druidic magics.
oh, okay. And your druidic magics focus on mushrooms. Okay. We didn't really have many of those back up in Calagran. It was a bit too cold for them, climate-wise. Well, for most of them, at least.
True. I would imagine, if I had to guess, I would assume probably the druidic orders up there would probably be focused more on winter storms.
She nods. Yes. They would be. I believe that there was an order of druids known as the Order of the Snow that could alter weather conditions to create snowy environments so they could utilize their capabilities a bit more easily, even in places that didn't have snow naturally.
And that kind of, you see Rensla's ear kind of twitch. And she kind of like raises her finger to her mouth, kind of like looking, and she's like, that sounds familiar.
It does. Well, I suppose it would. It is part of our country's heritage.
No, there was. She just kind of blinks. With everything that had happened, I completely forgot. Back when we were studying at ch-ldr-n's college, there in town, at the park, there was. I went to the park once to clear my head, and there was. Well, from their voice, I believe a woman? It was hard to tell. They were in a ch-ldr-n suit, though they were ex-ch-ldr-n. But right there in the middle of the park, they had their own little winter wonderland going on.
That sounds like a member of the Circle of Snow. Although I believe that the rest of that woman's order is long gone. ch-ldr-n didn't take prisoners when it came to users of magic of any kind.
You seem set. Even a little
That
bit.
tracks.
Yeah. Even a little cantrip, that's enough for them to list.
She nods. From what I heard of other survivors, the first to go were the sorcerers and the wizards, and then the warlocks. And then afterwards were the bards. Then the clerics and the druids.
She'll kind of like turn to the others.
Morgan's
Do
like mid-pour of alcohol. What?
Do you think we should go back and visit her?
Ooh.
I don't see why not. If she's around and if she knows a lot about the ch-ldr-n, any information is an advantage, but I don't know how long we can take.
I mean, if we called ch-ldr-n, we could probably catch a ride in the airship and be there relatively soon.
You could also maybe ask Dorlam for teleportation circle coordinates inside the college.
Also that. Well, you could do that. I think it's worth, especially a teleportation circle to the college and then back here. You could do that in a day.
Easily. I mean, we went to grab Selena and kill a bunch of pirates in a day.
Yeah, you can certainly do that.
I mean, it's a stretch, but I mean,
Is-
finding anyone who knows ch-ldr-n secrets and is willing to give them up is not exactly an easy feat.
You don't think she knew? What did she say to you? You said you met the woman, but you didn't say what you guys talked about.
Well, this was before we'd ever actually, had any dealings with ch-ldr-n. I hadn't really thought of it at the time. And, well, I was too young when everything happened for me to actually remember Snow, so she kind of flushes, admit to have maybe been more focused on a childlike sense of wonder.
Yeah, well, you do remember you made a promise that you'll have me see the snow too.
Oh, if she's still there.
Well, it depends on when you do it. I'm on a bit of a timetable, and I need to get a project done before I. She flushes and looks at people.
Oh, are you expecting?
Yes.
She smiles.
Oh, well,
me and
I
my wife.
I may not know much about kobolds or and your wife too. She pauses
that was-
and then
Yeah,
thinks.
don't think too hard about it.
Okay,
Vitrium.
I
She
you know
was
what? You
ma-
said Vitrium? That makes sense now. Okay,
I was a male
she-
before I turned female.
I will not ask questions now. If
What part of that
either
question did you not hear?
if either of you need a handmaiden to help deliver your children, I'm experienced in that regard, in some degree.
Well, it would be less a thing for me. I'm already feeling the urge to make a nest, so I kind of have to fight that off for a minute. But
Please don't
that's
ruin
not.
the drapes.
I'm not going to. I promise.
A nest?
Well,
Kobolds
I'm a
Take the
jungle
twigs
people.
off my tree.
Oh, you're oh that yeah you're very small. Yes, you're a jungle kobold.
Mhm.
I will
And
say you
I'll-
have a very beautiful pattern.
Oh my god, thank you. She blushes and just kind of like does the thing where she like puts her wrists on her chin and she's just like kind of sways.
And Soren replies, "Hi, she really does,"
Oh my god, stop.
and
She
gives
blushes
a
even
loving
more.
look to him. A loving look to her.
Uh,
Hector.
and Soy Fang
Stop.
and Soy Fang says, "Yes, what you can see is beautiful, but what you can't is even prettier."
She's bright red and just kind of yips.
I would give everyone an insight check real quick.
Brr. I love inciting
Oh.
people.
Also, I have to head
You're-
out to go grab Doris.
You're too. I'll let you have the natural 20.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like, Soren, holy shit.
Okay.
Where are all these nat 20s for
Jesus.
insights coming from? Holy shit.
Morgan, give me a high or low, bud.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Aw.
I don't give a shit.
That is.
Okay. Okay, I guess all three of you see this. Probably Agathar a lot more easily than others, but like there is this the faintest ghost of a smile that crosses her face ever so slightly. It's
Oh my god.
it is like it's and it's one of those things where like you Renswa and you Soren can easily read it's a teasing smile like I'm teasing you and it's
Is there
funny.
fourth?
Seto, stop! Quit smiling! Every time Seto smiles, a puppy dies.
And I would say that unless you guys have anything else to do or say, then we can call this particular dinner to a close.
Yeah. It's at the end, nothing more really much to say. She's just going to inform people that she's got to talk to Feon, and then she's going to pedal paddle away to settle her debt and to start on her project.
Sure thing. And aside from that, Soren,
Yes.
anything that you want to do or say?
He'll ask Selena first. So how, if you don't mind me asking, how well did you know Misaki?
Not very well. We had our own particular orders, and we were in opposite ends of the kingdom. I knew of her and her family. I believe that she had a fair few daughters. And I'm not sure what happened to them.
Was she a good woman then?
Yes, she was. Honorable. Stoic. After she went out one day. I remember very well. She went out one day, and when she returned, well, her family kept her behind closed doors for a while, but there were rumors that she had lost 2 of her limbs and was raving mad.
He nods but doesn't say anything else. He goes, "Okay, thank you."
I believe she said something about a hole in space that she went into.
His eyes narrow at this, and he nods. But he doesn't say anything else.
I stepped away for a second. What I miss?
You missed Selena talking about Misaki and how she disappeared for a little while and then came back missing 2 limbs, talking about madness, or with madness, and speaking about entering a hole in space.
Well, Maury knows what that is.
Doug leaving
Do you know-
garbage around.
Do you know if she was there when? Do you know if she was there when ch-ldr-n invaded,
No.
or
He
was she, or
wasn't.
did she leave, or did she leave before then?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Okay. He doesn't say anything else on the matter.
Aside from that, Rensoir, do you have anything?
No.
Okay. And lastly, Morgan, do you have anything you want to say or talk about during this dinner before it comes to a close?
I don't think so. Besides, like, cleaning off the table and the dishes washing themselves and welcoming Selena. Not really.
Okay. Whenever everything is all said and done, things are packed up and people are moved away, Selena is escorted to a room to lay down in to sleep and rest. Eatal is going to very gingerly take your hand, Francois, and kind of like pull you off into a more private area, if you allow her to.
Yep.
Alright. When she does, he closes the door behind her. She turns to look at you and says, "Hey, Francois, I would like to make a small request."
Hmm?
Do you
Oh.
think you could get Morgan to get off my back?
Funny she should ask that. Soren was going to have a talk with Morgan.
You know that's easier said than done.
I am very much aware, but I believe what she did earlier today was a step too far. She not only tried to terrify me at dinner with a spider in front of your mother, of all people. But she also asked where I was in front of her as well, while implying that I did not go with you because I did not want to. She's trying to make me look bad to your mother. And
I'm aware, because she's petty.
yes, I know. And because I am not petty, I very distinctly avoided topics that would give your mother a negative impression of that woman. Even though she did not deserve that.
Rincewa will squeeze her hand. And thank you for that. Look, I will talk to Morrigan. Okay?
Okay.
But I can't make any promises that
Look, you don't
my
have to.
thoughts and feelings won't go in one ear and out the other.
It's fine,
That's
Francois.
how we fell apart to begin with.
I know.
She doesn't listen to how I feel.
I understand. And honestly speaking, I don't care if it works or not. But if you are willing to try, then that's all that I could ever ask, and that's all that I really want. Because I feel that she'll probably listen to you more than she'll listen to me. To me, she'll just throw it back in my face.
2% is more than 0, yes.
And I did you not think about me whenever you wanted to go see your mom, or did you want to do that by yourself and Morgan was your transportation?
It was more just... It was very spur of the moment. She basically just came up to me and she's like, "Hey, your mother said that she was ready to see you. Do you want to go now?" Oh.
Ah, of course. Then my assumption is correct. It's fine. I don't hold anything against you for it.
I was barely even ready to see her.
Are you doing okay? Like, how are you feeling right now?
I am processing.
Okay. Is there anything that I can do to help you with that?
A shoulder massage would be great.
Then consider yourself lucky. You're talking to the world-famous masseur, Niatal O'Brien. She gives you, like,
The
finger
dwarf
guns.
did hit me rather hard.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, you're right. You were in a fight. Here. Here. You turn around, you take a seat. I'll get to that massage, okay? I'm happy you're okay. Wish I could have seen their faces whenever you eviscerated their captain.
A few bumps and bruises is nothing. She gives a wink. Nothing is scarier than a Mel lesson, after all.
I suppose it's fair enough. She'll give you a warm hug and then a kiss on the cheek. I love you, okay? And know that you can always talk to me about anything, alright?
I know. Thank you.
Anytime. It's what good partners are for.
And she'll smile and kind of slide over the bed and slide her robe kind of off and around her shoulders.
You know, we are dating. You could just make yourself fully comfortable.
Hold on, let me roll something. Let's see how bold she wants to be.
I believe.
Fairly bold. Okay.
All right. So yeah, no.
She will. It's like she will turn and kind of. She doesn't fully, but just like lets the robe slip further down her shoulders. And just turns and looks at her with definitely a flush and like a kind of like a nervous flush of I hope I'm doing this right, but like probably eyes probably lidded more than they should be,
That's fine.
but trying to be sexy. And she's just like, what? This isn't enough?
Ho 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 ho. Ooh, okay. Gosh. Been taking some lessons from me, I see. Alright, well hey. I can't say they aren't working. And she'll kind of like slide her hands along your shoulders and give you a little smooch on the forehead and go, "Princess."
Oh god.
And
Mood ruined.
You're
Yeah.
gonna make that permanent, aren't you?
yeah, I might just a little bit. And then she'll give you a big full kiss, and that is that. Fade to black there. And with that, Agathar, you said you wanted to go talk to Phaon.
Sure do.
I just want to talk.
I just want to talk. No, that's the opposite.
How
She's
are
just like,
you getting in contact?
well, because she doesn't know the sending spell anymore. She is going to just kind of pull out the golden ticket, and she's kind of just gonna tap it a little bit, and she's like, Phaon, I have a oh god, I fully forgot the word for it. She was marked with something. Discrepancy? No.
Oh yeah, I have
Contingency.
I no, it's discrepancy. You have a discrepancy.
Discrepancy.
You have a
Huh?
demerit on your card.
Demerit. That's the word I was looking for. Demerit. She's like, Phaon, I have a demerit that I would like to settle.
And the door appears nearby. I would assume you do this outside of the cart.
100%.
Okay, then yeah, no, the door appears nearby. You open it up, and you are inside of Phaon's office. She is sitting there diligently writing in some paperwork, and she looks over you with these glasses on her face, and she pushes them up. So, you've come to settle your discrepancy, have you?
Yes, and offer a proposal.
No proposals right now. Discrepancy first.
100%. I am
take a
right there
seat.
with you. Okay. And she will
Now,
walk into the office
if
and
I could say, she pulls out a document and begins to unfold it. You violated paragraph 2, subsection 3, sentence 2 of your terms and service agreement, in so much that you will not sell or attempt to give away merchandise that you have bought from me to other people outside of this particular circle or this particular branch of my adventurous emporium.
yes. I realized the moment
And-
I did it.
And I believe she folds that up and she pulls out a sheet of paper. It was a battery for one of your laser weapons that you attempted to sell, which was summarily terminated.
Yes. It gave me a good scare. I thought it was gonna blow up.
Yes, she smiles. And this smile does not reach her eyes.
Uh-huh.
It is a business smile. It is the
Yeah.
smile of a shark that is...
Yep.
No one likes a business smile.
Yes, it is the smile of a shark that is staring at a minnow that it's about to consume.
Yep, she's definitely getting her danger sense is kind of going off.
Yes, it should be. In fact, if you'd like, you can roll an insight.
I probably don't need to.
Oh no, for the funsies.
All right, sure, for the funsies. Yeah, that
7?
sounds about right.
Okay. I would say it's fairly easy, but you get the sense that it only didn't explode because she designed it that way. But if she
Yep.
wanted to, a flip of a switch, and it could have exploded the other way.
Yep. 100%.
Now,
Yeah.
how are you wanting to settle this discrepancy, this demerit on your record? Because while money is a lovely little thing you could give in exchange for the removal of this demerit, I need insurance. I need an assurance from you that you will not attempt to sell my devices to other people again.
I completely understand that. I am sorry for doing that. Parental instincts kicked in a little bit hard, and I didn't think. Obviously, that's not an excuse. I propose that if not only will I purchase 2 batteries, if I break that contract again, the shifting rifle and the shifting watch return to you.
If you break this contract again, you will be issued a warning. And if you break it a third time, your membership will be revoked and we will cease to do business.
I understand.
Now, sure, you can buy 2 batteries, but that is not enough to cover the demerit cost, because the production cost of these specialized ammunition carrying devices is a lot more than what I sell them for.
I know.
Huh. Okay. I guess I understand that. It's something out of my understanding.
Yes, because it requires me to go to a particular other dimension to then go to my factories there, to then get the materials from other places. It's a whole lot of management and stuff. I'm not going to bore you with the minutiae of it. However, the price is 1,000 gold pieces.
Okay. I am willing to pay. I'd be willing to pay that. Yes, I will. I will pay that fine.
Okay, the money goes on the table, please.
Yep. She gives her 1,000 gold pieces.
Thank you.
Money goes on the table or it gets the hose again.
Now, as for assurances, would you be willing to sign another contract?
It's not gonna offer my firstborn, am I?
No, I don't deal in things like that. This is
Okay,
a
I just have to
contract
be
that's
sure.
This is a contract that I will write up and place in front of you to read, and then you accept it on your own terms. She pulls out a piece of paper and she scribes it out really quickly before turning around and sliding it towards you.
Yep. She'll read every inch and spec of that contract.
Yes, it simply says that you will assure Phaon that you will not attempt to sell or distribute any of her materials again.
Mm-hmm.
And that this is your written word that you will not do this, knowing full and well that if you do so, you will not only have the first demerit reinstated, but a second one placed on top, and you will suffer a 1-month probation ban from her emporium.
Okay. She nods as she finishes reading it, and she will sign it.
There is the hiss of brimstone, and the contract disappears in fire. And then her smile returns, and this one is a lot more normal, actually reaches her eyes. She's like, "Oh! Oh! I really hate putting on the serious face, but I have to. It's a part of the business.
Yeah, I
Surely
totally
you understand." Oh, okay. Thank you.
Completely, yes.
Of course. And, sorry, you were trying to discuss the name of the project. I had to be in business mode. I had to make you understand the consequences of your actions, and that, I have to take this serious. It is a business.
100%. Yes. And I value our relationship too much. The moment that I did it and I realized what I did, I immediately and wholeheartedly regretted it.
Of course. And I could sense that regret. I could see it, but I still had to play the part of the,
100%.
In fact, hold on. Give me just a second. She takes the contract that you originally signed, and you see her take another stamp, and she stamps it onto the booklet, and you see a red mark that was on it next to your name is vanished away by this stamp.
Mm-hmm.
And then she tosses it in the air, and it disappears again.
Cool.
So, how can I help you? What is this project you have in mind? Is it something interesting?
I would think it's interesting to you. I had a bit of a career change, and I'm still a necromancer, obviously, for obvious reasons. I'm just not a wizard anymore. Don't worry about it.
Of course. I don't worry about such things like that anyway. Smiles.
Yes. So, I am in need of a companion, and I would like to make this companion. And I have come across a fair amount of gold, and I do not have the resources. And I need something that will be able to hunt these dropships. So I think I come here. You have dropships, and are you in chance using their engines?
I have just the one dropship and the others that were scuttled. But I could certainly assist with making something that could hunt those things down quite efficiently.
Oh, I think this will be a partnered project. I do have to reiterate, this will be bonded to me. So I know the ch-ldr-n technology, whatever else we pump into this thing, I think it may need to be outside of the purview of our original contract. So even when ch-ldr-n is defeated and you take your technology with you, this one stays with me.
So you're wanting to make an exception to our original contract. I see. This is going to be quite the big favor, especially considering you just had a demerit removed.
I understand.
But I can make a shit, I'm spacing on the word.
Exception?
Exception.
But I
Okay.
can make an exception in this instance because we are similar in field. In that, you're a artistic type.
Mm-hmm. And we have been bringing you quite the juicy amount of technology.
Yes, you have indeed. I have not forgotten that.
She's wild.
So, I will help you with this project, and we'll need to make a new contract for the exception business, but do keep in mind that this contract will be a little stricter than it otherwise might have been if not for the demerit. So,
I understand.
Thank you for understanding. I will draft that up for you right now. And then she pulls out another piece of paper, signs it up, and then she turns around and offers it to you. It is.
I don't see a world where I get to sell this thing that I have in mind.
Ha! You see that this particular contract effectively says that she will aid and provide supplies for the creation of this device, but she wants a copy of the blueprints afterwards, and she wants permission to sell similar devices to other people of his particular inspiration. Tertiarily, if he ever gets a singular demerit, she withholds the right to strip this thing of its technological parts and leave you with the bones.
She like kind of wriggles her jaw at that final part, but she nods. Well, I don't ever and plan on ever breaking the merit code again.
The
Considering
terms and surface.
The terms and surface, yes. The first one was purely accidental, but I understand this part.
Yes, and do keep in mind, and she'll turn around, she'll add a small addendum at the very bottom before spinning it around and offering it to you.
Mhm.
Theon withholds the rights to remove the last section of this contract at any point in time. Effectively saying she can remove the whole, like, one demerit and this thing is gone section
Okay.
at any point in time.
So she can essentially like earn that
Yes.
removal of that part.
Yes.
Okay. She nods softly. Okay. Well,
I'm only doing, and keep in mind, I'm only adding this because I like you. My wife would really recommend I remove that last sentence, but I am nothing if not a kind and benevolent shopkeeper.
you are very kind, and that is the reason why I come to you for this.
And I thank you for trusting F&M Adventurous Emporium with all of your technological and necromantic needs.
Yes. Considering anything outside the Vitrium is a little bit hard to get necromancy materials, but that's beside the point. All right, I think this is pretty fair and square. It's much less a device and more of a creature. She smiles and begins to sign it.
Ooh, do tell me more. And with that, I will leave you there as you two begin to discuss plans and whatnot with each other. Moving along, Soren, did you have anything you wanted to do?
Yes, after dinner has ended, Soren is going to try to get a hold of Morgan.
Okay. Is Morgan able to
Okay.
speak right now?
You could probably find Morrigan tending to the garden on the roof.
He's going to go up to the roof and say, "Oi, Maury, can we talk for a second?"
He kind of stands up and turns to you. She slips her flask underneath her breast pocket.
Does she look inebriated?
Insight?
So I've been getting nothing but nat 20 insights recently. I've got to get a really bad one now because it's just got to happen.
No, nonsense. Another crit.
Oh, that's good.
Almost. It is about damn time you start rolling well in insights.
I know, right?
She is drunk. She's perhaps a little tipped.
You learn to control yourself on that?
I don't know what you mean.
He gestures towards her breast pocket.
A little.
That's good. But that ain't what I came here to talk to you about. It's about Nia.
What about her?
Could you maybe do me a favor as her brother and back off just a little bit? Like he looks like actually angry, but he's trying to suppress it.
I really want to go through this conversation, but I'm literally pulling into my apartment. You think we can like
Okay.
hold off for a second so
Yeah.
I can run up to my place?
Yeah, we can go elsewhere.
Yeah. Just give me a few minutes to get upstairs.
Okay.
All right.
If anybody else wants to take over real quick with their own thing.
Vela's thing should probably be only a moment, right?
Sorry?
Valen's thing is ready for sure, right?
Yeah, Valen's ready to
Yeah,
go, then we can go to him.
He's so ready.
I think Shad died, so.
I was muted, mother. Valen, your turn. All right, Valen, what are you doing, buddy?
I suppose I got these 5 questions now.
You do?
I suppose.
the hope that you do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Saw them dog ears perk up.
Oh my god, you do? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. You ask to see the body. You make a note you're going to be casting Speak with Dead on it, and they're like, okay, here you go.
The first question: how many experiments reached their final stage that were delivered to Lucas?
Well, hold on now. You can't just... We gotta set the stage.
You asked for the question, I give you the question.
No.
Translation for I gotta prepare how I'm gonna answer these questions.
This is a whole scene, fucko. Give me just a moment. Alright, so. You approach this body. You reach out a hand, and you begin to chant the words of the arcane. You see this ethereal green, this dark green light, pulse forth and enter the body as it shudders and quakes before the muscles and bone and body begin to just kind of like crack, and just move to life. The mouth opening and closing silently before it simply goes.
What the fuck?
We're back to Valen.
And this dark green light has filtered into its eyes. You may ask your question.
How many experiments reached their final stage that were delivered to Lucas?
Oh.
Many?
4.
Pretty much you already know what these things are, but
Oh,
what
my,
are
my
their...
apologies. 5.
God damn it, Chad.
No, wait. 6.
No, there's 5.
I know.
what are all their names? We know two.
Swell. Well, I will write these names down. Maxwell. Bethany. Abernathy. Valen. Josiah.
Glad you wrote them down because you broke up in like two of those
I
words.
did write them down.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Glad you wrote them down because your mic kind of cut out for two.
I
think Chris was like, nah. It's like that's not a voice.
yeah, I
No
know.
air sounds for you.
It's fine. Maxwell, Bethany, Abernathy, Valen, and Josiah.
Don't know what. Can the experiments be replicated and stabilized?
Yes, they can. That was my whole purpose.
What was that, Shad?
Give me just a moment, please.
I'm not crazy, right? Abernathy sounds familiar. Have we heard it somewhere?
I think we might have, yeah.
Yeah.
It does sound slightly familiar, but I can't put my finger on it.
Neither can I.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
I am back. I am
called
back.
it from
So,
day one. Bethany is one.
Yeah, same.
what he says is, yes, that was my whole job, was to stabilize the process. Did you get that?
Yeah, I got the clear wording of that.
Okay, cool. I love how my spoopy voice is getting cut up and butchered.
Yep.
That would be CRISPR on Discord, I think.
Yeah, very, very likely, probably. I love it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Since
It doesn't
we-
like the breathiness.
Yeah. Since we already know the classification, but fucking can't think of any other one. What's their classification or race, or whatever the hell it's called? Take your pick, people.
Classification. Maxwell, rabbit folk, blood elemental. Classification. Bethany, rabbit folk, mental, splitting, and enchantment prowess. Abernathy.
Fucking called it.
Abernathy. Classification, rabbit folk. Specialization, muscle, mass, and growth. Valen. Classification, rabbit folk. Specialization, bone. We strengthened their bones, made them adamantine. Josiah, Classification: rabbit folk. Intention: a hive. A living hive for small insects. Fleshpod hornets. Do you need me to repeat any of those?
I think I know where we heard Abernathy before.
Yeah, because it's Lana.
No, Lana escaped.
Yes, Lana to escape.
Oh, right.
That's why she's not listed.
Right. Yeah, she did escape.
There's a puzzle dungeon near the Thunder Bitch, as Mel calls her. That
Oh, are you speaking of the foreman over at the over the rice fields?
no, we were told about a place that has a monstrosity made of flesh, all muscle.
Oh, you're talking about the Dante's Peak puzzle dungeon. No, different thing entirely. That thing was named Skinner.
Fun. But this is killing me. I know I heard it somewhere.
Yeah.
Superintendent?
Abernathy is the name of the foreman over at the rice fields, but they are not the same person. Same name, different person.
I never met that person, so.
Well, I mean, she was mentioned in passing by Sarah Rivendell because she is dating her.
Oh, maybe, but I don't know. That wouldn't have stuck.
Oh no, one of them. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's fine.
Oh, I'm probably mixing up with something else.
Probably.
I think fucking Dimension 20 isn't fucking Siobhan's character last name Abernathy?
I would
Think
not
so.
know.
That's probably what I'm.
Anyway, so yes, is that all of your questions, or do you have another?
The last one. Fucking, I don't know. Where was he contracted from?
I was contracted from ch-ldr-n.
Alright. And that's the key phrase right there.
And is that all of your questions?
That's all 5.
All right.
Yep.
As the 5th question is answered, the body rattles and then exhales as the light leaves its eyes and it goes back to being dead.
I'm going back to the pub. This is all you paid for.
Alright, so most of that was just
Wow. What a way to cut me down.
I guess he just doesn't want his backstory. I guess we could just never focus on Valen ever again.
But, like, we all suspected the Bethany thing. We all
No,
did.
we all knew. We knew.
Yeah, there was no
Now we know
surprise there.
more. That's not the point.
Anyway, but yeah, that is what you get from the dead body as it flops back to the ground and Thomas enters the room again. Are the questions done, sir?
Yes.
Did you
And
find what you were looking for?
Valen will leave and do a sending to Dralam.
Sure thing. Go ahead.
Inform the others. Lucas is working with Calligren.
I'm sorry, what?
And no response.
Love Balin.
Total, an absolute shot in the dark. Yeah, it's this. Have fun.
So, Valen, you get a sending spell from her. Valen, I need you to respond to this sending spell. How do you know? What did you find out? And why would he work? Calligren.
Leyland will say,
Shad using every brain cell to not go over 25.
No.
Truly.
I was trying to think of a word to go for the 25th word. I'm like, fuck, whatever.
Valen will respond with, found the dead doctor, ask questions. He's from Calligren. He is contracted by Lucas from Calligren.
Another sending spell. He's contracted from Calligren. I'm sorry. He's contracted from
I can't believe
Calligren.
it so much that she's coughing.
And you assume that he's working for them and not just stolen one of their medical officers. Correct? Or is more? You get the sense she meant, or is there more, but she could only fit like those last 3 words in. You can sense like a bit of mounting frustration from the last few words of every sending spell. Just like, fuck, I want to speak more, but I can't.
Valen will say, have Mel revive this body. Sending with archaeologists, going to investigate more, some other things.
Valen.
The body
Where?
did not disintegrate like other Calligren.
Alright. She will send another sending spell. Okay. Where are you going now? And why don't you return first and debrief everyone? Maybe interrogate the body with Mel before heading off again.
Me and Mel aren't in good standing. We complicated. Found something else. All will be given to you when with body. I have copies.
Valen, I can protect you from her if need be. But I don't think you should be doing this alone, especially with Lucas involved. Please reconsider.
Valen won't respond. Instead, he'll turn to Thomas, pack up the body, and get ready to return to the city. All this is to be delivered to Dralam post haste.
Of course, sir. Will you be joining us?
For a time, need to do a few things around the town before my next location.
Of course, sir. You said this was your home, yes?
Maybe. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Lifetime ago. And Valen will go and start packing up his stuff.
As you do so, Thomas stares for a little while longer before he says, "Of course, sir. You have my condolences for everything that has happened here. If you require someone to speak to, I am a third party with no context to the situation, making me a prime listener for whatever you wish to speak about."
No need.
Of
Valen will
course, sir.
begin packing up, taking some paper and writing down the little bit that he learned from the questions.
Thomas will simply say, "Of course, sir," and he'll clap his hands and get the other archaeologists to working on packing everything up and getting ready to leave and go. As I return the camera view to Soren as he confronts Morrigan with a little bit of anger.
Yeah, so Soren is basically just asked, so could you please consider maybe backing off a little bit from Neatal?
She kind of like makes a chewing motion for a moment before turning to continue watering her flowers. Don't follow. In what way do you think I am bothering her?
Maury, I saw Stitch, and every single time I see you in the same room with her, you're always berating her, you're always just speaking ill of her, being outright mean, like a bully.
Well, it's true we don't like one another.
Right, but I don't ever see her trying to push onto you the way you do to her.
You can kind of see her white knuckle the watering can.
You're always the instigator, Maury.
You wouldn't understand.
You sure about that? He says as he gets into a kneeling position. I'll listen.
She doesn't face you. Oh, her grip loosens a little as she continues to water the flowers. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you remember me happy?
He stops to think for a second, and he he just plainly says, "Well, to be honest, you are always quite taciturn, so it's a little bit difficult to tell when you are."
Shoulders sag a little. Perhaps it is one-sided. I don't have good words to describe your sibling in a way I feel comfortable sharing with her brother.
And share them in the words you know. Tell me. There's obviously something going on there, and I don't know if it's just on your side or it's both of you.
She like turns to you abruptly and throws the watering can at the floor. It's like, I am not over her.
You ain't over Renswaw?
Your face kind of scrunches up with a sort of like grimace. Maybe she doesn't provoke me in the way you think I am her. But I still feel it. She enjoys it's nothing. I'm doing it to myself.
And Soren just returns her gaze and says, you know what? You are. Because I get that you ain't over Renswaw, and I know that feeling. I mean, I had to get over her a long time ago because, well, actually, I didn't even meet her a long time ago. God's a lot's happened. But, you know, you're angry, you're misbehaving with Neatal because of Renswaw. Because you still miss Renswaw, you still love her. Am I correct?
She kind of looks away, mostly. He is not without blame.
How so?
She knew.
She knew what?
She knew that I wanted to be with her at the beginning, at the very start. I made efforts to pass a message along, and she could have cared less if I was the dirt beneath her feet.
You care to tell me what that message was?
I don't know how my cousin brought it to her, but I know it would have been in a softer way than I would have at the time. Someone who is trying to work the nerve, express their feelings to someone they have feelings for, and being brushed off by someone more eye-catching, more confident, and being looked at like some speck of dirt. I don't see her in any good fashion, Soren. And I don't think I will.
He sighs and says, and that's fine, but you've been doing it a lot more since, the things happened. Are the things happening the reason why you're doing it? Because if they are, why is any of that Neatal's fault?
No, I've just surfaced from my self-destruction to the point where I'm capable of conscious thought. She grabs for the flask and sloshes it, or at least out of enough of a drunken stupor to conjure a thought or two. Outside of self-hate.
He folds his arms and he leans back in his kneeling position and he says, "So you've never really seen her in any negative or in any positive light. You've always seen her badly. But let me ask you one question. And let me ask you another question. once you and Rensois officially hit it off, did you ever hear anything from her? From Neatal? Or did she leave you alone?
And she looks away. Not as such.
What was that? Sorry.
Not as such. But again, first impressions. Being looked down on and regarded as little more than a bump in the road doesn't leave fuzzy feelings, even after our rivalry is done. So it is clear Rensois made the right choice the second time. He kind of turns and starts walking over to where she threw her watering can and lifts it up.
After she does, Soren makes a gesture in the air and conjures water and drops it back in the bucket.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Just... I don't know. I can talk to Neatal about this if you want, but the thing is, again, I've recently... I don't even remember if that was the case back then, but recently, she's never been the instigator between you, at least as far as I've seen. Every time that all three of us are in the same room, you're the one starting everything. And honestly, the whole thing with Smudge was, today in front of Rensois' mom, in front of Miss Delegard, was kind of crossing a line. Just see if you can find it within yourself to back off just a little bit, please. If you have any concerns that you want brought to her, I can do that if you want.
She like shudders at this. I don't get to say in who stays in my home. I have to watch someone I can't stop having feelings for, embrace someone I despise. No, you're asking a lot of me. I have no power. I get to sit here and suffer in silence. Maybe I am... I know I am wrong in this. Frankly, Thorin, I don't care.
He sighs and then rocks forward onto his feet and stands up, and he says, "Well, I think I understand what you're saying and what you're feeling, but again, why is Rensois not being with you right now Neatal's fault?" And then he turns to leave.
He stands there for a moment before going back to watering a patch of carrots and potatoes.
All right. And that is that. I would say that this feels like a good spot to end session. And that next week we can pick up with a return to Vitrium and a meeting with that particular individual that you were talking about earlier. Along with maybe more lore from Vaylin as he returns as well.
Mm-hmm. And then
But
I
your
get there's-
lore, Valen, some stuff happened. I
Anyway,
witnessed it.
so we will leave the recording here. we will say goodbye. We'll say our goodbyes and go into the post stream. Remember, if you want to catch us live, you can do so at twitch.tv/deathlyshad every Tuesday. And if you want the ad-free experience from the Twitch audience, you can do so at youtube.com/thedeathlyshad. And we post this VOD on Wednesdays at around the same time that we go live. So, without further ado, Agathar, say goodbye to the people.
Consistently forgetting she's actually really weird.
Yes. Morgan, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye, people.
Francois, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye.
Soren, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye, everyone.
And Vaylin, say goodbye to the people.
Valen did nothing wrong.
Uh-huh.
You're saying that a little bit early, aren't you?
Yeah.
Smash cut to the
Yeah.
thing that's just the background that says Valen did everything wrong.
At any rate, everyone say goodbye to your recording selves. Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Bye.
goodbye past me.